Most men think that they need a gym to look like this, but Bruce Wayne, he didn't. All that you need are 3 movements, and I will show you exactly which ones. Now, Bruce Wayne is more as a symbol, like a fantasy, but to give you a bit of background about being realistic and how I actually came to these 3 movements, it didn't really happen magically or anything. I was very insecure, I was a skinny boy and I didn't have any friends. I wanted to go to the gym to build my physique, but my parents didn't allow me because they thought that maybe I wouldn't grow anymore, or I don't know. But I'm really grateful for it because I would never be in this position right now. So I started doing sit-ups and push-ups in my bathroom, and simply doing these 2 exercises, it got me in great shape. It actually got me a physique that started to turn heads. And suddenly the bullying stopped and I finally gained confidence for the first time in my life. This made me realize that you don't need a gym, but how can I really push this and look like the guys that I always see on social media or in the movies? And that is when I saw calisthenics. And it really all started there, and I pushed it to the limits. Even when I was in the Navy, we didn't really have a gym available. The only thing that was there was a pull-up bar. And that is how I trained for 9 years straight. And through my progression, trials and error, and failing a lot, I came to the conclusion that there are only 3 movements that if you master, then you're good forever. Now this didn't only happen to me, but it also happened to my clients that got an amazing physique, and they just feel good in their body. They see something that they're proud of in the mirror. Now, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to simply convince you that if you stay through the end of the video, you will come to the conclusion that the gym is extra, and you will train in the dark, in your garage, in your house, in your hotel room, Airbnb, even outside. The possibilities are endless and the excuses have been eliminated. So let's break down the 3 movements that actually built my physique. Now, movement 1 will be push-ups. This is where we target our chest, our shoulders, our triceps, even our core and a bit of our lower back. It's called a compound movement, which is basically multiple muscle groups that you target at once instead of doing an isolated movement such as a bicep curl. Now, it's not only push-ups. This movement has endless possibilities and progression. So whether you're a beginner or you're starting again or you're very advanced, there is a push movement in here that will break you. You'll build muscle and you will lose fat at the same time. Why? Because calisthenics, you use your whole body, whereas you use a lot of muscle mass. And if you use more of your body than just traditional weightlifting, you burn more calories. It's strength training and it's your whole body. So the way that I'm going to explain the movements will start from the very beginner phase to more advanced, and I'll showcase the videos so you can know the execution, the form and everything, and you can, screenshot, save them. First thing would be scapula push-ups. You only engage your upper back and really get the form straight. This is where gymnastics build a lot of strength within their shell form. This is where you see them doing planche and handstand. They always stay in that scapula movement. Now we got negative push-ups. You simply do a push-up, but only the negative form. We got knee push-ups, just normal push-ups. You go all the way down, all the way up, but simply on your knees. Then we have incline push-ups. You can find a chair or anything and just do push-ups. From there, we move on to doing normal push-ups. From the normal push-ups, we can do elevated push-ups. From the elevated push-ups, we can do diamond push-ups, basically placing your hand in a diamond form. This is where you target more of your tricep. But throughout all of these push movements, you'll feel which movement really fits you and where you can build a lot of muscle. Then we got wide push-ups. You basically place your hands outside of your shoulder range. Then we have archer push-ups, really fits with the wide push-ups, and you simply go to one arm and you push yourself up back into the original position. Then we have resistance band push-ups or weighted push-ups. This is where you go more towards 12, 13, 14 reps. This means, okay, you can add weight now. And we got negative pike push-ups. This will build a lot of shoulder strength. This is where you get these boulder shoulders, literally. From negative pike push-ups, we do normal pike push-ups. And then from doing normal pike push-ups, we go into elevated pike push-ups. And then you kick yourself up against the wall, and that's where you do scapula push-ups, just wall handstand scapula push-ups. When you feel comfortable being against the wall and actually holding yourself there, then we could do negative handstand push-ups, only the negative form. It's basically the same as pike push-ups, but when you're in a handstand, you're gonna have a mental barrier. Oh, I can't do this, I can't be in a handstand. Just find the wall as support and just do simply the same as pike push-ups, just a negative form. And then we got normal wall handstand push-ups. And then we have the reverse wall handstand push-ups. And now, of course, you need to master the handstand skill. I can make a dedicated video about that, where I can explain the basics and how to build consistency within your handstands. But that's gonna be for another video. But then you have negative handstand push-ups, and then you got normal handstand push-ups. And then of course you have planche, but that is more skill-based training. We're just discussing how to get in a good physique, okay? So now that we have our push movements, we wanna get some pull movements too. And this is done with pull-ups. But again, you also have progressions within this. First, we just start with resistance band pull-ups. This is where you really target your scapula, your shoulders, your rotation, how you actually do the pull-ups. So you basically want to really imagine yourself doing a pull-up whilst doing this. I didn't put this in my list, but then you got Australian pull-ups, which is basically the bar that is hanging very low. You can use rings too, but you basically place yourself at a angle towards the ground, and then you pull yourself up, just fully up and then fully down. Then you go onto the pull-up bar and you simply focus on scapula pull-ups. This again is really engaging your shoulder blades to get proper form in and get the basic foundations in. If you don't do them and you skip them, you will have a bad pull-up form. When I go to the gym, I see a lot of people saying that they can do pull-ups, but they can't go all the way down. That's like, oh, I lose progress in there. It's like, makes sense. From scapula pull-ups, then we got negative pull-ups. You basically do the pull-up form, but simply the negative one. So use a chair or something that you can stand upon, so you can push yourself up. Then we have resistance band chin-ups. This is where you place your hands simply like this, instead of normal pull-ups. This is chin-ups, this is normal pull-ups. You use a resistance band that can get you into that 8 to 12 rep range. Then we have normal resistance band pull-ups. Then we progress to resistance band wide pull-ups. And then we have normal chin-ups. Then we move to normal pull-ups. From doing pull-ups, we go to mid-pause pull-ups. You pull yourself up and you wait until you're at that 90-degree angle with your hands. You basically pull yourself up and you wait for 2-3 seconds, halfway. You pull yourself up fully and then you wait 2-3 seconds there. And then you go down halfway, 2-3 seconds, and then all the way down. Then wide pull-ups, you try to place your hands as wide as you can and then pull yourself up. Then we have explosive pull-ups. These will get you to doing muscle-ups, but the most important thing with explosive pull-ups is that when you do normal pull-ups, you're gonna arch your back like this. I hope you can see this on the video. But when you do explosive pull-ups, you want to place your shoulders like this. So you place your shoulders forward, and when you pull, you're going to pull like this instead of pulling like this. Because if you pull like this, you can't do an explosive pull-up, nor a muscle-up. From explosive pull-ups, we go back to then weighted pull-ups. It's where you build a lot of muscle. And then of course you have front lever, but this again, it's not really into building your physique. This is more skill-based training. It's cool to pull off sometimes. So if you want a video about skill-based training, planche or like front lever, I'm gonna do handstand, but let me know in the comments, then I'll make it. Now last but not least, we basically have our upper body done. And with this, you have your whole upper body with these pull and push movements. You also incorporate your core with that, especially with pull-ups. Now, I can also make a dedicated video about abs, how to let them show, and also how to build your core, have real core strength. But let's just get back to the basics, where we can build consistency. And this is the third movement now, which will be bodyweight squats. Just that. This builds your whole legs. We're gonna start with horse stance. Horse stance will be either confrontational or very easy, and it's all about your mobility within your legs, because if you then do squats, I want you to go all the way down, not 90 degrees, all the way down. Our body is made to be in a horse stance. Then we have deep squats all the way down. And then we have normal, just jumping squats. Then we have Bulgarian split squats. Just make sure that your knee is always aiming forward within every squat movement. From the moment that it goes left or to the right, I see people really lifting a lot with the barbell and doing heavy squats, and then I see their legs going like this when they go up. It's just wait until they snap. From Bulgarian split squats, then we have archer squats. This is where you go to one leg. It's the same with like the archer push-ups. And then you grab some weight and you go again to doing deep squats with like a kettlebell or anything. Then you grab that same kettlebell and you do Bulgarian split squats. Again, use the same kettlebell for the archer squats. And then it comes to the fun part. We start doing assisted negative pistol squats. This is where you build a lot of strength from one leg, and you don't need a lot of weights or barbells or whatever to build good leg strength. From these negative assisted pistol squats, you go to assisted pistol squats. Just instead of negative, you do the normal form. And what you can do is, when you have your whole hand grabbing the chair or grabbing the closet or anything, try to only grab with 4 fingers and then 3 fingers and then 2 fingers until you have like your pinky, until you can just let go of it. From there we have step up pistol squats and then negative pistol squats. And then from there we can progress to doing normal pistol squats. And then of course, if you feel fancy, add some weight to it. And that's basically it. If you really stick to these 3 movements, you will build an athletic, like good physique if you are consistent. Now, there are many other calisthenics movements out there that are important and vital. But to be honest, at this point, you don't need more information. You gotta get out there at the battlegrounds, just train and stick to the basics and actually build that physique that you want. So these are the movements that I religiously stick to, and I will always come back to them. Now, you're good with these exercises, but they do need proper programming. If you want that good structure and how to actually get them into your workout routine, then DM me workouts and I will send you on Instagram, and I will send you a video that covers that. And then you yourself can just go back to this video and find the exercises that you want to incorporate in. I'll just set the video to the next one that you have to watch after this one. It'll make sense for you too. Now, I will always prefer simplicity over complicated routines. It's the same with my business too. So you don't need 20 exercises in one go. You don't have to go to the gym. You can see this as extra. This really gives you an edge, knowing that you don't need a gym. You just need discipline and the right structure. So use these 3 movements and build the physique that you're actually proud of, man. So now, go train. Become him.